Today's case isn't just about crimes. It's about chaos in the courtroom. A defendant clashing with his own lawyer, a judge trying to keep order, and a bond battle that blurs the line between mercy and manipulation. You're about to see how strategy, ego, and emotion collide when justice gets personal.
Welcome back to Courtroom Chronicles, where justice meets drama and every case has a twist. Today's episode? Montel Gatlin, a man battling charges of child abuse, fleeing police, and illegal firearm possession. But this isn't just about the charges. It's about a defendant clashing with his own lawyer, a judge balancing mercy and accountability, and a last-ditch plea to lower a $50,000 bond. Why does Montel demand to waive his preliminary exam? Why does the judge call him out for playing the role? And will Montel's emotional appeal about his sick father soften the court's stance? Buckle up, this is a showdown of legal strategy, raw emotion, and high stakes.
Court calls the case of the people versus, she's back, Tequila Evans Guyton. Come on up here, Tequila.
Waiting 2 weeks to say that.
I have. I said, when is Tequila coming back?
Can we call this case?
Pardon?
Can we recall it in a little bit?
You want me to pass it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
So I get
I want whatever she
to
wants.
say Tequila again?
Yes.
Okay.
Twice in a row.
Court calls the case people versus Montel Gatlin. Tequila's back there all. She's like, why do you call me out like that?
Sorry, Jennifer W.
Assistant Public Defender Chelsea Vergils with and on behalf of Montel Gatlin, please state your name.
My name is Montel Gatlin.
Thank you. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are asking to set the preliminary exam in both of these cases. We do not have discovery in one case. I informed my client of that. He does not wish to waive the 21-day timeline in these cases. He asks to set preliminary exam regardless of knowing we don't have discovery on one case.
Which, yeah.
I mean, may I speak?
And here it comes, the classic courtroom twist. The defendant versus his own attorney. This move almost never ends well. Judges hate it because it derails the process. But Montel's frustration? It's real. Defendants often mistake disagreement for disloyalty. Still, when you tell the judge you're firing your lawyer, you better have a law degree to back it up. Because she's about to roast him for that.
If you want.
I don't want her to represent me.
Drama alert. Montel Gatlin's first move? Fire his public defender. He claims she's not acting in his best interest, but the judge isn't having it. Show me your law degree, she snaps. This clash highlights a brutal truth. Defendants often confuse legal advice with personal loyalty. The lawyer warns Montel about waiving his right to a speedy trial, but he's hell-bent on rushing to court. Is this a power play or sheer desperation? Sound off, would you trust a court-appointed attorney or go rogue like Montel?
Okay, so you don't get that choice necessarily, but why?
Because this conflict, we had a back and forth back there in the back room. Like, I don't think she has my best interest.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Because she wouldn't do with you?
Huh?
Because why do you say that? Because I've never known Ms. Vergils not to have her client's best interest at heart. Ever.
By the things she said,
a lot of things that she said you may have disagreed with, right?
Really all the things.
Okay, all she said. Sometimes that's a lawyer's job. Sometimes they have to give their client the hard facts of what's going on. And they have to do that they have to give them their legal interpretation of what's going on, which may not suit with what you want to happen in the world. But they just give you a steady dose of reality. So if you agree.
Oof. Show me your law degree. That's courtroom code for sit down, you're out of your depth. But there's a legal reason behind the sass. Judges have to make sure defendants understand that bad decisions, like refusing counsel, can wreck their entire case. This isn't arrogance. It's self-preservation for the system. Still, that burn? Legendary.
Disagree with her legal analysis, then fine, but show me your law degree.
No, I'm disagreeing with her legal advice.
Okay, and you're doing that with your legal degree that you have, right?
No, she was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I don't have a legal degree, but
I
she
know.
was trying to get me to waive things, and like I was telling her, it would kind of waive my rights to 180 days into trial, right?
She just got before me. Did you even listen to what she said? She has indicated that you don't want to waive any statutory period. So she listened to what you said. She told me that, and I was going to set these for exam. Anything else?
Yeah, I don't want her in my case.
Well, she's on your case.
Your Honor, I would ask to also address bond if possible.
Yes, you may. Hang on a second. Let me set the exams in these cases. And which case don't you have discovery on that he's trying to set it before you guys get a chance to even look at it? That makes so much sense, but go ahead.
Using media discovery on 25 FB 1090.
On 1090?
Yes, Your Honor.
Discovery on that one is not complete. I'm going to note that. Do people have their witnesses available on the 3rd? Pardon? All right. Preliminary examination in these matters will be set June 3rd, 2025. 9 a.m. That's before me. But those both come before me. We're in person. As to bond.
Your Honor, we're asking the court to consider lowering the bond on case 25 FB 1142.
Let's break down the bond battle.
Okay, now we hit the real stakes, the bond hearing. This is where freedom has a price tag. Montel's team is pushing to cut a $50,000 bond, using his job and his father's health as leverage. But here's the catch: judges don't lower bonds based on sympathy. They do it based on risk. And with child abuse and firearm charges hanging over him, this isn't looking good.
Montel's lawyer argues he's employed, church-going, and just needs a lower bond to care for his hospitalized dad. The prosecution fires back. He's a flight risk with multiple pending cases. The judge sides with the state, keeping bond at $50,000. Here's the kicker: Montel's already facing sentencing in another case. Is this double jeopardy or just smart risk assessment? Spoiler, courts don't care about your dad's health if you're accused of child abuse. Broken heart or locked? You decide.
Currently, it's set at $50,000. He's asking you to lower it to the same amount as his other case, 10%. Mr. Gatlin is an Ypsilanti resident. He is employed as a plumber. He at least was before he was in custody and plans to go back to that work. He's involved with his church. He plans to abide by his bond conditions. At this time, he's been in custody for 11 days now, and he is being held until May 29th on a case with Judge Washington. His sentencing is May 29th on that case. So he hopes that the bond will change at that time and that he'll be able to be released. So we're asking you to lower to something he'll be able to pay.
So he's being held on a case before Judge Washington now.
Until May 29th.
What's the proceeding on May 29th? Do we know?
Sentencing.
Sentencing. What kind of case is that? Do we know?
I don't know, Your Honor.
All right. Response from the people?
Your Honor, we've asked the bond to stay the same. We think it's appropriate. He does have multiple pending cases at the same time. The case in 1090 is a stolen case. This case has concerning elements of that. He's accused of child abuse, but also fleeing police and possessing a firearm. We believe he's both a danger and a flight risk, and we think that this bond is appropriate.
In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deny the request for a bond reduction in this case and leave his bond in place. If something happens on the 29th, before your because that'd be about 4 days before you see me. If something happens on the 29th where he's eligible for release, then you can contact my office and I'll reconsider this decision.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Barzell near Washington, sir.
Thank you. All right, what are we doing?
Your Honor, we adjourned it a week. I had reached out to the recovery court, and Mr. Reyes, his interview date is set for tomorrow.
Pardon?
His interview date is set for tomorrow.
So he's going to be interviewed tomorrow?
He's going to be interviewed tomorrow.
All right, so will they get an answer within a week?
I assume he'll get an answer really quick.
Okay. So I'll adjourn it out 1 more week to the 29th then.
Period.
June 29th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bonds continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Excuse me. I would like to waive my circuit court. Thank you.
Plot twist. Montel tries to waive his preliminary exam, a move that could fast-track his case to trial. But the judge slams the brakes. Why? She hints at a possible plea deal to downgrade his felony charge. This is legal chess. Waiving rights too soon could backfire. Montel's frustration boils over. I'm not going to keep coming here every week. But the judge holds firm, prioritizing strategy over speed. Smart move or wasted time? Drop a chess pawn if you think Montel's playing checkers, not chess.
Want to waive your preliminary examination?
That's right.
And
Have you talked to your attorney about that?
Your Honor, if I could approach with counsel.
Washington, you want to waive your preliminary examination. Your counsel's asking that I adjourn the probable cause conference. Certainly, you have the right to waive it, but usually people do that in consulting with their attorney. Okay? Now, just listen closely to me. My understanding is that there is the possibility of working this thing out in a way where there may not be a felony for you.
What?
Okay?
Boom. That line right there. There may not be a felony for you. Changes everything. The judge is basically offering Montel a lifeline. Wait a week, play it smart, and you might walk away with less on your record. But ego and impatience? Those are courtroom killers. What would you do? Grab the deal or roll the dice?
Pardon me?
Did you hear me or no?
No, I didn't.
That there may not be a felony.
I understand.
Okay, so that may not happen if you waive. Okay,
Right.
so here's what I'm going to do. I'm not saying no to what your request is. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over a week, let that process happen. If it doesn't work out or whatever happens, then we can do the waiver next week.
Right.
Fair enough?
I'm asking for a plea. No, we just waive it. One and one.
Your Honor, he's asking for a PR. I mean, I don't know if the court would allow him to get the interview conducted tomorrow.
Once I get an answer from hang on a second, Mr. Washington, you got to listen to me now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so once I get an answer from that, I'll consider release on a PR. Okay, I'm not saying that I will, but once he does the interview and I get some information from that, then I'll consider doing something.
With all due
Okay?
respect,
But-
Your Honor, I was supposed to had this business taken care of with this young
Is
man.
what?
Would you explain to him I was supposed to had this taken care of? Please send me.
No,
Montel's emotional plea, I'm
You can feel it. Montel's frustration isn't fake. He's tired, broke, and scared for his dad. But here's the brutal truth of courtroom logic. Emotion doesn't outweigh risk. The judge's cold tone isn't cruelty. It's control. She's protecting the process, even if it breaks the heart in front of her. That's the line.
a working man. My dad's in the hospital. The judge acknowledges his hardship but stays icy. I do things my way. This moment exposes the system's cold calculus. Personal trauma rarely trumps public safety. Montel's clean record in job history? Not enough to offset the child abuse and firearm charges. Harsh? Maybe. But here's the truth. Courts prioritize risk, not sob stories. Is that fair? Briefcase or oncoming police car? Let us know.
He's explained that to me. I understand that.
Well,
I'm not.
I just rather just let it go through, let it play the role, because I'm not gonna keep coming in here every week going through this. I'm saying $174, good Lord. Y'all letting people out with worse things than that. You know, it's been a month. Forgive me. I was homeless. I missed court. My father's in the hospital. I'm a working man. If you check my check record, my ground record, I don't go to jail.
Mr. Washington, I usually don't adjourn a week out. I usually go in 2-week intervals.
I know
I'm trying to get you before the court as quickly as I possibly
right,
can.
but I've been back, sir, with all due respect, a month. You know, I'd be a fool not to show back up in court in front of Judge Simpson anyway. You know, I'd be a damn fool if you let me go not to show back up. But
that's probably accurate.
Right.
So,
you know, with all due respect.
No,
right. But
that was a heap of respect.
Right. I'm just saying.
I'm good.
You know, my father is ill right now.
Mr. Washington, okay. I know you may want me to do it a different way, but you also know me well enough to know I'm going to do it my way. Well, I'm going to hear everybody out, and this is the way I'm going to do it. So I'll see you next week. If at that point
M final verdict, no bond reduction, no exam waiver, just a 1-week adjournment. The judge buys time for a potential plea deal, but Montel's stuck in limbo. This case isn't just about crime, it's about control. The judge refuses to let Montel self-sabotage, yet he's trapped by his own defiance. Will he take the deal and dodge a felony, or double down and gamble with his future? Either way, the clock's ticking. Bell subscribe now. We'll be back with the explosive update.
Stuff that's supposed to happen doesn't happen, then I'm going to deal with that. I'll let you waive. I'll let you do whatever you need to do. But I don't want you in a circumstance where you might be hurting yourself. If something worked out that's going to be beneficial for you, then let's get it worked out and let's get this thing moving. All right? Thank you. His bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Case closed? Not quite. Montel Gatlin's saga continues, but here's the takeaway: the justice system rewards patience, not panic. The judge's refusal to lower bond or rush the exam shows tough love in action, protecting Montel from himself. Yet, his story raises bigger questions. Can someone with pending charges ever get a fair shot? And when does helping become enabling? If you're hooked, smash thumbs up, ring the bell, and share this breakdown. Want more? Comment below. Should judges consider family crises in bond decisions? Stay tuned, stay sharp, and remember, in court, strategy beats emotion every time.